Hi folks, I'll just give you a quick tour of how the plot's going. Middle to the end of September. And if you're wondering what all these pallets are for, well what it is, my mate got me a load of pallets, and because my paths are now so boggy with all this rain we've had, I'm having to make like duck boards so I can walk through the paths without being up to my knees in mud. So that's a bit of a project at the moment. Transforming pallets, recycling them into something useful again. So anyway, we'll just nip over the wall, over the fence. I'll just give you a quick tour. There's not much going on now. It's coming to the end of the growing year up here because it's getting that cold. So we'll set off. Got some peas, a few peas left, but yet again, as I always said, I can't grow Brussels sprouts. Cracking, great big plants, but if you look in there, they've all blown again. So this is definitely the last time I'll ever grow Brussels sprouts, or attempt to. Got a few leeks in there, but it's just full of weeds at the moment. I mean, I'm usually quite good for weeds, but just taken over. Got a few little cabbages and lettuce in there. A few beetroot, they've gone a bit over. There's a few bolting now. I've just got a bloody wasp land on me then. The kale, that's flying along still though. Can still keep taking bits of that and eating that. The other leeks, they're a bit bigger. They're quite nice now. Setting a lot of late beetroot in amongst a load more weeds and turnips and some radishes. So that's the main bed, looking a bit pathetic I must say at the moment. I'll just have a quick wander into my polytunnel, which is now, I've just been sort of tidying it up a bit now, just to finish off. Now I've planted some cabbages and lettuces in here just to fill the space up when the onions have gone, and they're absolutely flying along because I just love the weather in here. It's just so much warmer. As you can see, French beans, there's a few left that are just about finishing as well. I've got some little squashes down there hanging. Whether they'll make it big enough by this year, I have no idea. But cucumbers there finishing too. Gone a bit overripe that one. Courgettes still coming slowly. What else have we got? I've been digging over my beds, and because I'm going to try and grow some long carrots in my polytunnel, I've dug out a big pit about 2 feet deep to get enough headroom, you see, because I've got to go down rather than up, because you need 8 feet to get the pole in to make the hole for the carrots. So looks a bit silly. And what else have we got? These are my exhibition carrots that I've finished now. I've done all my shows, so these are just for eating. I'll just pull one up. I pulled them up to see what they were like for the shows, and any rejects I just planted them back in. I'll just give you a quick idea of the size of them and the quality. Look at them, fantastic things, and they're absolutely beautiful to eat as well. Sweet candle's the variety. If you want to grow a carrot for showing and for eating, sweet candle's the one. You'd think they'd be really woody, but they're as tender as anything and as sweet as you like. They're absolutely fantastic, so I'll just plonk that back in and pull it up when I want to eat them. Big honey in the pot, didn't get big at all. Well, it's about 3 or 4 pounds, but nothing major. And again, I'm just digging over all my onion beds. There's some of the reject onions that didn't make it to the show. I'll just give you an idea of the size. About 4 or 5 pounder, but perfectly fine to eat. And then these are these fantastic banana shallots I grew. I'm just drying them out now to store, and they're absolutely huge. Look at the size of them, ridiculous, absolutely enormous. They're bigger than onions. And I've got plenty of garlic. I won't be short of garlic this year. Had a really good crop despite the weather. So that's all just drying out in here, ready to store. A few more of the reject onions. These are some onion sets I've tried to grow myself by planting some onion seed really late, and then you harvest the sort of immature bulbs as when they're like onion set size, and then try and store them over winter and plant them again. And they were from a giant variety, so hopefully I'll just give it a, it's a bit of a trial. If I plant those next spring, if they last over the winter without going rotten, should be an easy way of growing giant onions. Like I say, that's how you grow them. I've just grown them in a container, and then when they get to the right size, just pull them up, I'll dry them out, and that's it. Anyway, we'll nip outside again. It's a bit windy, so you might not be able to hear me. Oop. Like I say, everything's sort of coming to an end now. All the flowers are finishing. I've got a few flowers coming out, some of the later autumn ones. Stuff like that. Just walk over here, it's that slippy because it's been that wet. This is me where my show carrots were. They didn't do very well at all outside because it was so wet. But like I said again, the stump ones, the sweet candles, are perfect for eating. So it's not a total loss. Same with the parsnips. There's some of the reject parsnips there for the show. Like I say, perfectly fine to eat. Well, the sort of top foot, you wouldn't do much with the end. Right, we're going to my next bit. This is where the boggy bit is. This is where the what the pallets are going to be used for. As you can see, look, not standing water now. It's just non-stop. It's like a pond. And this is what it's like. It's just mud, absolute liquid mud. So I'm having to put pallets down, just basically so I'm not up to my knees in cack. So that's the pumpkin outside. Didn't do anything at all. Oh, I'll just show you this other one. Remember, I grew a 50-odd pound marra, which actually just came third at Harrogate Show, third biggest. I'll give you this other one later on, and we've called it Mo Farrah because it's a marra. And that's, honestly, that's about £50 now, and it's got plenty of growing left to do, so we'll see how that gets on. It's not for any shows, it's just for the pure novelty value. There goes my phone, great stuff. A few beetroot in there, they're looking quite nice now. They're about medium to small size. Bit of broccoli, purple sprouting for next year if it stands over the winter. I've started digging over the plot now. I've put compost and muck and stuff like that in. I'll just let it break down, let the frost get into it. I like to get it done early. And then finally we'll go into the pumpkin patch where amazingly at last I've got a pumpkin. Well, I've got two actually. That's one. Like I say, not very big at all, but at least it's something. But then I've got quite a big one growing, but the trouble is it's decided to set right next to the fence. It's probably about the size of a basketball now, so how much growing it's got left to do I'm not sure. So eventually I've got a pumpkin, but I won't grow them again because they just take too much room up, too much of a hassle, and you can't guarantee anything with this rubbish weather we get this year, our normal summers. So that's about it, folks. I think this year it's coming gradually to an end, so that's about it. See you later.